If you guys find yourself thinking about food all day long, planning strategic your next meals and obsessing over your next meal, this video is gonna be for you. Growing up with the rare genetic condition that I had, I couldn't break down food. So I had to be super strict, super diligent about what I ate, to the point where I would be like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. The problem with that, you feel like absolute shit, and it is one of the most unhealthy habits you could have. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is good to see you again. I was in California for 2 weeks and I didn't get an opportunity to post. I was helping out family out there, having the time of my life, and really just enjoying it. But today I want to talk about binge eating and the issues with it, and then my journey with it as well as my clients. So binge eating is one of those eating disorders that is really dopamine driven. So it's more so that your body craves something that can't be fulfilled. It's like an itch that just cannot be scratched. So you can continue eating, you can continue stuffing your face, you may feel sick, you may feel like you don't even want to eat anymore, but your brain still craves, like, I want this dopamine rush. So it can be very challenging to get rid of it, because essentially it is an addiction. Your brain wants to feel good, it wants to feel that dopamine. So obviously I alluded to having the rare genetic condition that I was born with, and this like really set me up to really get into strict diets. This wasn't healthy. Strict diets are never healthy. You guys know I say that all the time, because they set you up for things like eating disorders, and one of them is binge eating. Binge eating is one of the biggest ones because, again, eating is pleasurable. We enjoy eating. We like to eat. It is one of the enjoyments that God gave us, one of the pleasures on earth, and it can get, like anything, it can get very out of hand. Same thing with, you know, things like watching TV, having sex, doing all these different things that really hit the dopamine receptors. And if you let it get out of control, it will stay out of control. So for me, there were so many different foods that I couldn't eat. Like, for instance, I can't eat beef, I can't eat like cauliflower, broccoli. I have to mitigate like really all the foods that I eat, because it is in everything. It's in a lot of fruits and things like that. So there would be periods of time where I would be like, you know what, fuck this diet. I'm gonna eat whatever I want, I'm gonna do whatever I want. And then I'm like, oh shit. Like, I feel like shit physically because I'm stuffing myself, and then I feel like shit mentally because I took a huge L on the day, because I know that this doesn't benefit me. I know this doesn't push me towards my goals, and I know it just makes me overall feel like garbage. So the thing that you guys really have to keep in mind is that this isn't really like your body craving it. You're mentally craving the food because you're craving the feeling. So you don't even end up doing the 24-hour fast. You start eating again, and then you start to realize that, like, there's this whole theory of Rome wasn't built in a day and Rome did not decay in a day. So when you start to binge eat and you start to get in these patterns, it's the same thing with taking losses over time. They will just continue to compound, beat you down, and get you into patterns that you don't even recognize yourself anymore. So really the first thing that I would say about binge eating and the things that I do for my clients is, one, I have them go on an intermittent fasting schedule. This is gonna be huge because it breaks up the barrier of dopamine to the brain. So you wanna be on kind of like a dopamine detox. You kind of wanna stay off your phone, you wanna stay off Netflix, you wanna stay off Instagram, social media, and you really wanna stay away from food. So you wanna eat for nourishment the best that you possibly can. And then when you get to that point, you're gonna start to realize that, like, hey, I don't even physically crave food, it was just all mental. And once you create some distance between the food and the dopamine that's going on in your brain, you're gonna start to let your levels settle, and you're not gonna feel like you need it as bad. So again, this all starts with pulling yourself or removing yourself away from the stimulus and just getting yourself back to center. Letting the dopamine reset in your brain is gonna be crucial to you healing from this. The second thing that I would advise is getting on a really healthy meal plan. So really starting to eat maybe 3 well-rounded meals a day, or possibly 2 meals a day. So one of the best things that you possibly can do when you have an eating disorder, again, is to remove yourself, but also get back on a healthy eating schedule. Start to stack those wins day by day. So you can have your first meal at 12, and then you can have your next meal at 6. Then you're fasting in an 18-hour window. This is gonna be crucial because it's gonna get you back in control. It's gonna get you the adequate nutrition that you need. If they're well-rounded meals like I offer in my plans, you will remove yourself from the stimulus, you will nourish your body, and you will start to realize that you're back in control. You will get your system optimizing again, and you will feel so much better overall. And again, you will begin to stack those wins and they will compound. The third thing that I would advise is getting on a healthy regimen and finding a healthy hobby outside of food. So this is gonna be especially crucial for the people that find themselves strategically planning out their meals, looking forward to the next meal, thinking about food all the time. Find a new hobby to get in place of that. So it's called a negative feedback loop. So when you start to have these negative thoughts, you immediately do 10 push-ups, or immediately like, I'm gonna go to the gym. or I'm gonna do anything that does not stimulate the response of I'm gonna go buy food. Because the same thing with binging is you go and spend all this money on food, and even worse if you're like bulimic, if you like feel the need that you need to throw up or that you need to throw out all this food after a binge session, you're just wasting time, money, energy, and your health most of all. So you want to replace it with healthy habits like going to the gym, maybe going to the sauna, maybe just going for a round the block walk without your phone or without any sort of stimulus, just to clear your head and get back to center. Guys, these are all going to be so important for you, and I can't advise this enough. The last thing is having accountability, whether it be a coach, friend, family member, someone that could really be on your side and really help you in this sort of battle. Eating disorders are not easy to deal with, and you really need some help. I just want to offer a free 15-minute coaching call to you guys. Depending on whatever you have going on, I want to hear you out and see what you're going through and really how we can develop a plan to help you in the future. I hope it helps as much as it possibly can. And if you guys need anything from me, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, DM me, text me if you guys have my number, shoot me a call, and I'm happy to help. You guys are all amazing. I love you all. You can beat the eating disorder. You can stop binge eating, and you can take back control of your life. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.